All right. Y'all ready? All right. Good evening. I'd like to call this month's meeting of the County Board of Education to order and thank those of you who've chosen to spend your evening here with us, either in person or on the television. We hope that we will give you some good things to take away. At this time, I will invite Tracy Everett Lenz to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please take this time to observe a moment of silence.
Moving on to routine business. Are there any adjustments to the agenda? Okay, hearing none.
Move that we approve the agenda as presented.
Okay, it's been moved by Caroline. Is there a second? Seconded by Amy. All those in favor? Raise your right hand. Those opposed? Okay, it passes unanimously. Now I would like to invite Jennifer Johnson up to lead us in our spotlight on teaching and learning.
Yes, please. Good evening, distinguished board members and Madam Chairwoman. It's been a fantastic month in Pitt County Schools for education and athletics. We want to acknowledge that earlier this month, an incredibly successful Grow Local effort that involved 2,700 plus students and 100 plus businesses was hosted by the Greenville Chamber of Commerce and our Career and Technical Education Department. So that was a very wildly successful event. We want to thank everybody who helped make this happen, from coordinating the schedules to arranging transportation. We want to shine a spotlight especially on our Chamber of Commerce. It was their vision for this program to happen. And also our business partners. Like I said, 100 plus business units were involved in that. So just showing that it truly does take a village, an entire city, county, community, and system to educate and inspire and employ eventually our children. So we also want to congratulate our 2019-2020 Teacher of the Year, Miss Ann Meddy of South Central High School, and runner-up Julie Berry of J.H. Rose High School. Both were honored at our annual Farm Bureau Teacher and Employee of the Year banquet this past week. Our distinguished classified employees were also recognized, and we also can do this without our community partners and our sponsoring businesses as well. But finally tonight, it is no April Fools that we do have Falcons in the house. Falcons are in the house. We had an excellent representation in the state finals in both girls and boys basketball teams a few weeks ago at the state tournament in Raleigh. Next month, we'll be honoring the Farmville Central High School boys team for their state championship win. But tonight, we are honoring the South Central High School men's basketball team as the 4A state champions. Here tonight is the entire team and coaching staff, as well as head coach Chris Cherry. He's going to say a few words. So at this time, we'd like for all of our players and coaches to come forward to be recognized. Chart line up. There we go. Come on now. I love it. Someone barely fit in the doorway. Come on around. I think we're going to probably need some more space. There you go. All the way around, and we can fit. I like those shirts.
Y'all don't look so serious. It's not like you're going to help the principal.
So we present to you the Falcons that are in the house, the 4A boys state champions for this year. And head coach Chris Cherry to address the audience and everyone with a few words.
First of all, good evening. It's a great honor for us to be here tonight, for you guys to recognize our outstanding basketball team on their tremendous accomplishment this year. Our basketball team this year finished with a record of 30-1, 4A state champions, and won the championship game by the largest margin in 4A history. It's a tremendous accomplishment, and like I've told everybody the last couple of weeks, it's not only a school championship, it's a community championship. And even with the support from our fans here tonight, you see we have great community support. So once again, thank you for recognizing us tonight, and it's truly an honor to be here.
Coach Terry and Falcons, we are really, really proud of the accomplishment. It's very evident in watching the level of play that you exhibited at the state championship that it was a lot of work to get there. So I definitely want to acknowledge that. I know that nobody just woke up in the morning on the first day of basketball season and could perform like you all did. So I know that you worked hard the entire season and you were well coached, and it was very evident. You have made yourselves proud. I'm sure you've made your parents proud, your school proud, your community's proud, your county proud, you've made me proud. And so it's an honor that I get to present each one of you this afternoon with a certificate and a token, right? So when I call your name, if you would come up, I'm going to give each one of you a certificate that says the Pitt County Board of Education proudly recognizes you for creating excellence in the East. So Shaquem Phillips. Congratulations.
Thank
you. You a senior?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
What are you doing next year?
I don't know yet.
I also have to say that from where I was sitting at the state championship, you could see Roy Williams, who stuck out like a sore thumb in that sea of red. He was the only Carolina Blue sitting out in the audience, and he was not particularly pleased with the officiating. I don't know how you all felt about that. But, I could see on his face and with his hand expressions that he was not. Trayvon Ward. Junior? All right, we'll see you on the court next year. Sydney Williams is not here, right? Isaiah Mills. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What year are you?
2020.
2020, so you're back next year, right?
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
we'll see you on the court. I'm sizing up what next year's season's going to look like here. Shaquan Jones. Oh, did I? Okay, give you the right one. Congratulations. What year are you? Where are you going next year?
Oh, no yet.
Okay. We'll be watching your progress. I'm sure you have lots of options. Joseph Thompson. Congratulations. What about you, young man?
Freshman.
Freshman. Oh, good. All right. 3 more years with you. Philip Chen. And you, young man? Congratulations. What grade are you?
I'm a 12.
12. Oh, what are you going to do next year?
I'll probably play football.
Jordan McMillan. Congratulations. What grade are you in? Junior. Okay, you coming back next year? All right. It's looking good. Raekwon Vaughn. I'm struggling here. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
What grade are you in?
Senior.
Senior. What are you doing next year?
Undecided.
Okay. Well, good luck. Larry Lassiter.
Larry.
Hello.
Congratulations. What grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
Okay, what are you doing next year?
I'm going to performing arts school.
Wonderful.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, congratulations. I like that, arts and academics and athletics. Jeremy Lewis. Congratulations. What grade are you in?
Senior.
What are you going to do next year?
Football for you.
ECU. Congratulations. Dayron Sharp, come up here so I can dunk on you. Congratulations. You're a junior. And you're coming back to play at South Central again next year, right?
Yes.
Okay. That made me feel so powerful because he's 2 feet taller than I am. Calvante Hutcherson. Congratulations. What grade are you?
I'm a junior.
Junior. So you coming back to play again next year?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Look forward to it. And Tariq Hill. Terry. Congratulations. What grade are you in? 11. So you're coming back again next year. All right, it's looking good for the Falcons for next year. And our coaching team, and our staff, I guess. Leland Jones. I'm gonna ask Jazier Baker. Yes.
There it is up there.
Ah,
It was
okay,
stuck
I
to the
got
back of
left
it.
We got out of it.
He was trying to get away from us out there, so he needs to.
No, I won't even.
We gave you two today.
Come on up here,
He barely told me.
Got lots of okay, well, keep up the hard work. Okay. Joey Gaddy. Tim Elliott. Thank you. James Hillard. Felix Harris. Demerica Sharp. All right, you're a student.
Yes,
What grade are you in?
sophomore.
And what's your role with the team?
I'm a manager.
Well, congratulations. We appreciate you keeping these boys straight all the way to state. Aaron Jones. Aaron's not here. Can I get Michaela Chance. Congratulations. We appreciate you too. What grade are you in?
A 12.
12. And what are you going to do next year?
Become a physical therapist.
Okay, so let me guess, you were the team
I was a
trainer?
manager just like she was.
Manager? Okay. Well, congratulations. We appreciate you. Hallie Sayre, not here. Okay. And Miles White. Here we go. What grade are you in? 12th grade. What are you going to do next year?
I'm going to Fayetteville State.
Fayetteville State. Do you know what you're going to study?
Sports management.
Okay, good. Well, you've got. All right, guys, we appreciate all of you. How do we do a picture, John?
Well, that's a great question. You can go and sit and I can have a picture. If you could hold up your certificates, I could get a picture this way. Everybody hold up your certificate.
Oh, you want me to get back in my chair?
Go get back on your chair.
Bingo, stop it.
I'm not blocking Dayron, am I?
We'll take a couple more.
We're going to ask you guys to just stand up here for a moment. At this part of our agenda, we move on to public expression, where people in the community can come and express to us. And tonight we have someone here, Ms. Tamara Harris, who would like to come for public expression, and she would like for you guys to be here when she does so. Ms. Harris, thank you for being here. Given that you are representing yourself, you have 3 minutes.
Okay. Thank you for letting me speak tonight. To our coaching staff, our team, our managers, the entire group, I would like to say this for you. It's been a long, hard road. Whether you're a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or a senior. Teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision, the ability to direct an individual accomplishment toward organizational objectives. It is the fuel that allows a common people to achieve uncommon results. It took trust, partnership, sharing, harmonizing, networking, collaborating, support from family, friends, teachers, coaches, and everyone to get you to your point. They started off when you were little, playing in your backyards, playing on the tar, you playing together. So I will say this to you. Life is not as easy as all of us may think it will be. But what of that? We must persevere. We must go out there and achieve things ourselves. But it is so much better when we work together as one team. You came up with a theme this year that said Rise as One, and I know you have done that. I added to that theme myself, and I wanted to leave you with a thought. You rose as one, and now you are number 1. You are the 4A state champs in basketball. I taught some of you in middle school, so it was especially a great moment for me to be with you. And I've been to all your games. I will continue to support you as you go on to college. You know I keep my promises. I love each and every one of you. Please keep in touch with me. And on behalf of your teachers, they could not all be here tonight, but I can speak for them. We are so proud of you because you are not just athletes, you are student athletes. Put your education first, along with your family, your trust and your hope and your religion, and you'll go far in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you all for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Really
Thank y'all for coming. Congratulations. See y'all next year. You can come back Congratulations. Thanks, guys. Thank you for coming.
We will now move to our next item on our agenda, which is our consent agenda, the approval of our consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Betsy, seconded by Caroline. All those in favor? Okay, passes unanimously. Next, on to new business. I'd like to invite Lisa Tate to come up and discuss the Kids Read Now initiative.
Here, I'm gonna ask you to pass this out. Okay, that's a tough act to follow. I will definitely tell you, I did not play basketball. I know you're surprised. That was not my forte. I'm here to talk, Carol's passing out just a quick handout because it's a lot of information. I just want you to be able to digest it later. I'm really excited to be here to talk about Kids Read Now. I think some of you have heard about it through a literacy summit that we had recently. So I just want to let you know where we're going with this. I kind of want to think about it as Imagination Library extended. As you know, my Imagination Library goes from birth to 5. This will carry from kindergarten to 3rd grade. So, just to give you background on it, this was brought to our attention in our literacy summit. So PCS, Pitt County Schools, in collaboration with United Way and other community partners, were able to be awarded about $45,000 to do this pilot. Now, since that, we've had so many community partners come into this after we had the summit that we are really excited that we're going to be able to, move this forward next year as well. A lot of people are excited about it, and I think you will be too. We are serving 1,125 students, K-3, in 5 schools. Those 5 schools are Falkland, Grifton, Northwest, South Greenville, and Wildcoats. And so with that, those schools, we're proud to say we're one of the first in North Carolina public school system to go with Kids to Read Now. They've been doing this since 2010 all over the United States. We had Carrie Atkinson, who I work with closely in the Literacy Summit. We had a conference call with several other, actually, one of them was Greenville City, Ohio, which I thought was kind of ironic, who talked to us. They've been doing it for 5 years, and the amount of data that they've received back on the, decrease in summer slide has been phenomenal. So that's what sold us when we started this process. If you start with the first handout that I gave you, the one about how does the program work, it's very simple. A school has a family reading night, and that's usually May and June. They usually try to do it toward the end of school. Before that time, the teacher has a wish list that they sit down with the students that they choose 9 books. Now, the part about that I love is the fact that they choose their own books of interest, but they have such a wide range. They have multicultural books. They have nonfiction, fiction. They have what's called student favorites. So over the years, kids get to write in and say which books they like the most, and so kids obviously are part of the process in choosing those books. So after they choose those 9 books, parents come on family reading night, and guess what they get? They get a packet of 3 books. Right then, they are after the parent signs up, and then they have inside those books are what's called a discovery sheet, which to me is the best part. It's the comprehension questions that a parent needs to ask, plus it has like answers kind of for the parent if they have any issues with that. And that's what Imagination Library does as well. So I think putting those 2 things together. Then they receive those 3 books, and they have the discussion that's in the discovery sheet. They go on their mom's phone, or they go on the iPad. They type in a code, and the parent's saying that they have read that book. And then guess what happens? More books come in the mail next month. So, anytime kids can be at the mailbox, they never receive mail. So to get something like this, you've heard about the kids that do Imagination Library, and did you get my book? Did you get your book? I got my book. And they actually will stand waiting for when it's coming in. So I love this idea that it's K-3, so they can continue this process. If you look on the second page, this is just a quick kind of summary of everything. I mean, there's a lot more I could talk about with this program, but each school gets 150 books as well for their classroom library. So I thought that was pretty cool. And they have, like I said, 3 books. There'll be a total of 9. So 6 books will be mailed directly to the home. Now, during the summer, the parent will get tips from their text messages about things that deal with reading or their child. They also can text for help and resources as well. So, that makes it a little bit more integrated, and not just reading a book, but having someone there to answer their questions. They get postcards in the mail saying, great job, you did a good job reading this book. Or if they've not heard from the student, they will send a reminder postcard that says, hey, we miss you, your book's waiting for you. So it's it's a big motivator for the students. Now, the awards and data, they get obviously a certificate for reading the 9 books, but instead of a prize, we as a committee decided that we would do partner books. So what that means, if a student has read 9 books, they can choose a book for themselves to keep, so that would be a 10th book. Then they can offer another book to another student, or they can offer it to the school. Because, that's the whole point, is offering more reading and books for the students and for the classrooms. You can see the ongoing features. It's unlimited educator and parent support. They have a guide for a teacher that tells them exactly what they can do and some of the things that they can ask to help pick out those 9 books of interest. And then every parent gets a parent guide, which is really cool, with several of their books. And it talks about how they set up their phone, if they have any questions. But it also goes into depth about how do you work with your student? What does it mean when this happens? For example, on the back page of this, this. This one breaks it down what your first grader should be able to do at this point. So, that's also a great resource for them. You can see the onboard training. They offer a lot of professional development that comes with it. And all the other part is very simple. We just had to upload their names and family reading night, and it's begun. So our hope is obviously to prevent the summer reading slide. This allows students to continue to read and be held accountable for that as well. We've got some teachers on board that, they're going to call their students and do kind of like an alert now call or a phone call, just saying, we're proud of you, keep going, those types of things. So it runs from June until August. It stops about a week or two before school starts. But imagine the conversations the students will have talking with each other about what books they've read for the summer. So we feel like this is a win-win. Our hope is through this summer, that next year, obviously, we would start adding more schools so that we have them in all of our elementary schools, K-5 and K-8.
Any questions, Amy? What schools did you say this was at right now?
I can tell you. Wildcoats, South Greenville, Falkland, Northwest, and Grifton.
Any other questions? I want to thank you for putting the time that you have into this. What struck me as you were describing this is the word partnership.
Yeah.
The fact that involving the schools, the parents, and the kids, and hopefully engaging the parents to feel comfortable
Absolutely.
with the schools, and then having the kids be able to come into the classrooms and see the books that they've read.
Thank you.
I think it's well designed.
We're very excited, so.
Thank you.
Yes.
Caroline.
I just would add to that working in partnership takes so much longer.
Yeah.
And it's a bit tedious. 4 years ago maybe, when this conversation got started in our community.
Yeah.
And it is really hitting its stride.
It has.
Right now, to the benefit of our kids.
I think so too.
And I cannot echo enough what Anna Barrett just said about the time and energy. I know Dr. Linker was on the steering committee at the very beginning, and I've been a part of it a little bit. Robert Moore was also engaged for 2 or 3 years, and just super excited to see how many different partners there are that are so excited about turning our community into a reading community.
Exactly.
So exciting.
Yeah, it is. And as I said, as they're hearing about it and the community is hearing about it, they're wanting to pitch in. So they're calling me, they're calling Terry, how can I help? And, that's always a win-win for everybody. So thank you for both of your remarks.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.
We are moving right along, and we are now to closing comments. So I will turn it over to Dr. Linker first.
You heard earlier about the Grow Local, what a great process that was, and all the students had the opportunity to go to see 100 different businesses, and I'd like to thank everybody that made that happen. Beth Ann, Jennifer, Joey Withington, who made all the buses roll. I heard one day, if I'm correct, Matt, he jumped on a bus and drove it himself just because we couldn't get somebody, so he made sure it was happening. So it takes, as we heard, it takes everybody to make things happen. So that was, again, you talk about partnerships, Ms. Doherty, that's what's huge. I mean, this community, the business partnerships we have is amazing. Then our Teacher of the Year banquet and all of our other employees, our classified employees. I'd like to thank Dr. Council for her work on that and making all that go off without a hitch. Appreciate that. And then, of course, the South Central basketball team. Of course, we have some South Central students here and Miss Cannon up there. So glad to have South Central represented so well tonight.
Okay. All right, we'll start with Caroline. Is that okay?
Okay, great. We can't do it without our partners. We really can't. And it's so nice to see all the businesses, over 100 businesses that came together for Grow Local. And the thing that I think is so exciting, at least to me personally, it's keeping our students' eyes on the prize. And that prize is right here in Pitt County. We're really close. And so they get to see it. They actually literally get to lay their eyeballs on the prize, which is a great job in their home community. For them to be able to see the potential for themselves, see people who have those jobs, that honestly is like a dream come true from where I sit. It is so exciting because kids need to be able to envision themselves in these great jobs. So really excited about that and so thankful to the Chamber and all of the businesses. It was really fun to watch South Central. I actually watched them on TV. It was just like watching an ACC game. It was so cool to see them. Really proud of them and how they represented Pitt County in just a fantastic way. Like, it's a great school. On that very same day, the two Pitt County robotics teams were competing in Raleigh. Was able to watch them go head to head with each other. That'd be hard to do when two teams from the same community, same county, compete against each other. But I think they make each other better, and I think that's what we're seeing here in Pitt County. Is we're seeing a lot of local competition where it comes from Science Olympiad or robotics or athletics. We're really making each other better, and very proud of what the school system and our families have been able to do.
I'm just going to echo what they both said. Thank you for all the businesses for local and South Central basketball team and Farmville Central and all the teams that made it that far, whether they came home with the title or not. It was great to watch, and that's about it. I don't really know much else.
Same here. Congratulations to all those that were recognized tonight, whether they were recognized in person or by Jennifer for the teachers and all the other folks that received awards last week. I'm so excited about the reading program. I'm a big reader. I love reading, and I think if you can read, you can do anything. So I'm very excited to see what this program will do for our students in the coming years. Spring break will come and go between now and our next meeting, so everybody enjoy your spring break. Please be safe, come back to school, come back ready for finals, because AP exams will be shortly after that. And then the high school will be getting ready for exams. And last but not least, happy birthday to Miss Claire Pierce. Today is her birthday, and I'm not going to hold us up any longer because I know she has a big birthday dinner tonight.
She'll be so pleased. She got a public shout out. All right, Benji.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Just a couple of things, really three, that I'd like to kind of send a little light on. First of all, the Farm Bureau Teacher of the Year Classified Employee Banquet was absolutely fantastic. And kudos to everyone that had played a part in that. I know our central office staff gets very involved in that, and there's a lot of intricacies that go along with making sure that that's a successful event, and it truly was, Dr. Councilman. Everyone that helped with that was a true great event, and talk about partnering with local organizations and businesses, and with Joe Pachelis, and also with the Pitt County Farm Bureau and their interest in doing that. There's a tremendous advocacy for Pitt County schools, and we really appreciate that so much. Again, we'd like to thank the great example. You surround yourself with good people and good things happen. And definitely South Central High School surrounded itself with a tremendous basketball staff. And you can see what wonderful things happen when you surround yourself with good staff, and then you've got good young men that come and be a part of that. And I believe they would have won the state championship if the center won't but 4'9". I really do, because they are tremendous young people and they strive for excellence, and that's what Pitt County Schools is all about. And they epitomize that. And then the last thing I think that I would just like to say in closing is that, in America today, it seems like on our political scene, the free enterprise system is becoming under attack. And I would just like to encourage us to continue to make sure that we strive that as a school system, and as we're teaching our young people, the value and the tremendous culture that the free enterprise system has done to build America into the successful country that we have today.
Thank you. I just wanted to echo what Benji has already discussed about the South Central Falcons. I'm very proud of them. I felt very short tonight, and I don't usually feel that way. My dad played basketball, and he's 6'5", 6'6", so I definitely can relate to them as basketball players. I'm very proud of them. I had the opportunity to go to the Science Olympiad a couple weeks ago, and it was really neat to see all the things going on there and to check out all our future inventors and creators and scientists that we have. I also was able to attend the Adverse Childhood Experiences workshop, the full 2-day. I found it very valuable, not only as a board member, but as a school psychologist in another county. So I was very thankful to have that opportunity for that professional development. And I wanted to do a shout out to Mr. Thomas at EB Aycock. Is he not awesome? The enthusiasm that he has for that school and the PBIS that's going on and just the positive school climate is kind of infectious over there. I think we were all in his fan club when we left for the tour for parents for the public schools. So that was really awesome. And lastly, I just wanted to say that I'm very impressed by the Kids Read program. I know as a school psychologist, I do a lot with children who have reading difficulties, and just having a program that overcomes the barriers of transportation and finances for some of our parents that wouldn't otherwise have access to reading materials over the summer is so crucial. Research says that even if you read 5 to 6 books over the summer, you can prevent summer slide, and that's a big issue coming back to school each year, trying to recoup that loss. So that's very exciting.
Yeah. I didn't have much to say before the meeting. I don't have a lot to say after the meeting. But anyway, I would like to congratulate South Central High School. I wish some of those players had helped out Duke last night. I believe they could have won. But another thing that I want to also mention and bring up, it's important that with the grass beginning to grow, that our campuses look good during the summer months and during the warmer months. Always have some parents at times to call, you know, the grass needs mowed here, and I know you're on top of it. A lot of the schools, they have those ditches in front of it, and they need to be trimmed also. And if some of the, I know there's a couple of schools that and one I've mentioned to you, that it needs pressure washing bad, and to the point that I'm beginning to have some people just mention it, but it needs to be taken care of. And I just appreciate all the hard work that's happening up here at the central office as well as in the schools, because it's important that we present a very positive image and hard work. The parents expect hard work. That's what they expect, and I truly believe that's what they're getting. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. I feel like I've already done all the talking in this meeting tonight with all the basketball players, but I think I've coined a new catchphrase that we should pick up for Pitt County Schools, Jennifer. Pitt County Schools, we don't do one thing well, we do so many things well. And that's just evidenced tonight by the basketball team, and every month we have somebody here with academics or the arts programs or athletics. And so sometimes we forget, we want excellence in all of our students, but excellence looks like something different to every student. And the fact that we have so many different options in Pitt County Schools to engage kids and help them find their best self is just so encouraging to me. And in that same vein, there are a bunch of students who, I guess, Pitt County School students who will attend Pitt Community College. We'll have a signing day on Friday. So that's another example of, some students having, being celebrated for what excellence is to them. And Pitt Community College, who you all know that I'm the biggest fan of, does a great job of playing that up. So there, we have to get to Clara Pierce's birthday party. So
Change the reservation. Thank you. Thank you all for being here tonight. I always like to mention students who are in the audience, and I'd be particularly remiss if I didn't take a chance to embarrass 2 young men over here who spend quite a bit of time at my house, and I thank y'all for being here. I can't get my own son to show up, but his friends are here, so thank y'all for being here. I won't go over what everybody else said, but as always, I'm impressed with what we have going on in every facet, from athletics to academics to arts to robotics. Just everything. We've got a lot going on, and it's good, and it can be better, and we're going to work to make it better. We are taking our show on the road next month. So people of Farmville, be on the lookout. We are going to be conducting our May board meeting from Farmville. They've graciously extended an invitation for us to come there, and I hear that there might be a basketball team there that we might need to take a look at as well. I don't know. But we're excited about that, so we appreciate that invitation. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to our vice chair to take us into closed session.
Okay.
make a motion to go into closed session pursuant to General Statute 143.318.11 for the following purposes. Under subsection A3, to consult with our attorney, to preserve the attorney-client privilege, and to consider and give instructions concerning a potential or actual claim, administrative procedure, or judicial action.
Seconded.
It's been moved by Betsy, seconded by Caroline. All those in favor? We are now in closed session.